Today is Monday, November 3rd, and this is the Bay Blend from WUSF. I'm Sky LeBron. A play at Stageworks Theatre in Tampa turns The Evil Dead into a musical, and it has a splash zone. We'll talk about that, plus some events to get you through this week as we start off November. But first, here's the news. Some protesters in West Tampa gathered this weekend to pretend to burn their Tampa electricity bills and speak out against high electricity prices. It was actually just a smoke machine inside a trash can, but you get the point. The Sierra Club's Walter Smith led the protest.
We're getting bills and stories right now of people who are suffering terribly. They're being evicted from their homes, the children being taken from homes. We have people who can't pay for medication.
Another rate increase is probably getting approved tomorrow. Here's Brooke Ward with Food and Water Watch.
Tampa Electric customers will be paying $939 more a year for electricity than they were just 5 years ago. This has got to stop.
WUSF recently had a story reporting that TECO customers paid the highest bills across the state and the second highest in the country in June, averaging about $240. Almost 370 Americans were evacuated from Jamaica to Tampa this weekend after Hurricane Melissa's destruction on the island. Gray Bull Rescue, a humanitarian organization, brought the bulk of them back, about 340. The Florida Division of Emergency Management evacuated another 28 people. 4 people are trying to become Lakeland's next mayor: Kay Klimko, Caitlin Gracie Kramer, Cedric Valerie, and Sarah Roberts McCarley. Anna Toms is a reporter with Lakeland Now, an independent news outlet. She talked about what the next mayor will be dealing with.
We've got this huge influx of people in Lakeland, and so dealing with that in terms of infrastructure and how we manage the amount of traffic we've got on the roads is definitely something that's at the forefront of all of their minds.
The mayor of Lakeland doesn't have veto power, so their role is kind of similar to an at-large city commission seat. The election is tomorrow. USF basketball is back in action today for both the women and the men. The women's team just lost their longtime head coach Jose Fernandez to the WNBA. They take on FIU today at 6 at the Yingling Center, and the men play FAMU right after that at the same location. The women are rolling with an interim and former assistant Michelle Woods-Baxter, while Brian Hodgson will make his debut as head coach of the men after leading Arkansas State the last 2 seasons. The Evil Dead is a 1981 film that really got a cult following, turned into a trilogy through the 80s and 90s, and then since then, there's been a reboot, comics, and for the last 20 years or so, a musical. That's showing now at Tampa's Stageworks Theatre, and WUSF's Sue Giles Wontuck got to talk to the people involved in making it happen. Sue, give us a little rundown on what the people can expect.
So I was talking to Carla Hartley, who is the producing artistic director at Stageworks. She's also directing this production. She said anyone who attending this will know what to expect because it's 5 college students on spring break. There will be sexy stuff, drinking, and they're headed to an old abandoned cabin in the woods. What could possibly go wrong?
I mean, that's my preferred. When I'm looking up Airbnbs, I enjoy abandoned cabins in the wood. That's my preferred destination.
As you do. And she said the people in the first 3 rows, A, B, and C, will have a sort of audience participation whether they like it or not.
There's nobody in the room that doesn't understand that these actors who are going to suddenly, spoiler alert, pull water guns full of blood out of a pocket and sort of shooting everybody and anybody, right? It's fun and it's ridiculous. And I kind of feel like it's exactly what we all kind of need right now.
I mean, that's what I'm really looking for, some blood straight to the face. Sue, did you get any reporting done on what this blood is made out of?
No, but you can buy a poncho or a white T-shirt to have your own shirt designed at that musical.
What else can people expect?
Well, Carla Hartley is really excited because some of her students from University of Tampa are actually in the main cast.
And to be able to bring UT kids over and give them, for many, their first professional show is super, super cool. And having them work alongside these seasoned performers. So it's a great mixture of youth and energy and age and menopause.
What a combo.
Yeah, Stageworks Theatre in the Channelside District is presenting Evil Dead, the musical, through November 16th.
And if you want to read or listen to Sue's story and see some pictures of some of the cast members, you can right now at WUSF.org. Sue, thank you so much for the time.
Thank you, Sky.
No more spooky events, and I'd say we're about a week or two out from those Thanksgiving or Christmas events really revving up. Tomorrow at the Yingling Center in Tampa, you could check out Renee Rapp. She's on her Bite Me tour right now. She got really popular by playing Regina George in the Broadway version of Mean Girls and the 2024 film adaptation. Since 2022, she's been releasing music, and she already has some songs that have really popped off. 8 million monthly listeners on Spotify. That's what I'm trying to get on the Bay Blend. I could be aiming a little too high. Anyways, I'm still seeing tickets for this one around $20. Also on Tuesday, Outcast Brewing Company in St. Pete has Pilates and Prosecco. I initially read that as prosciutto, and your boy loves some thinly sliced charcuterie-based meat, so I was all in. But after I got over my disappointment, this one's pretty cool too. It's every Tuesday. There's a Pilates routine with a DJ, some cool mood lighting, and then after, you could have a drink. Pretty simple. If you just want to do the Pilates, it's free. If you want to add the wine, you got to pay $10. Also, bring your own mat and water bottle. Did you know St. Pete has a night market every first Wednesday of the month? It's in downtown right on Central Ave. It's free to check out. The weather is so beautiful right now. You're not sweating your cheeks off. Not going to specify which cheeks. It's hosted by Ferg Sports Bar. We're talking local vendors with handmade goods, food, live music, drinks. Plus, bringing your dog is encouraged. These are the local community events that really make this region thrive and bring out those positive vibes. That's the Bay Blend from WUSF. I'm Sky LeBron. Another week, another dollar. Let's get it. You got it. Whether it's work, school, or life in general, you got this. I'm going to leave you be now. Let's meet up again tomorrow for another Bay Blend.